Hi there, I'm Ismaiel, Pre-Reg Optometrist from Specsavers. Let's teach children how our eyes actually work. Curious kids ask all types of questions, and one thing they might be interested in learning is how their eyes work. So, where do you start? Here's how you can begin to explain the anatomy of the eye to your little ones, using simple terms and analogies. The eyes are like tiny cameras. They both have an opening for light to enter, a lens to focus, and a light sensor at the back. But although cameras are getting smarter, your eyes are even more amazing. Each eye contains around 126 million photoreceptor cells, meaning your eyes are really HD. So our eyes work a little like cameras. But instead of taking photos, they send messages to our brain. Let's take a closer look at the anatomy of the eye. Starting with the cornea. The cornea is a clear window at the front of the eye. It's like the windshield on a car. It helps protect your eye and it lets light in. The pupil is a dark circle in the middle. Just like the aperture on a camera, the pupil gets bigger or smaller depending on how much light there is around. It opens wide in the dark and gets smaller when there's lots of light. Next up is the iris. This is the coloured part of the eye. The iris controls how big or small the pupils get. It's like the curtains on a window. When it's bright outside, the curtain closes a bit, meaning your pupil gets smaller. And when it's dark, the curtains open up wide, creating a bigger pupil to let more light in. This bit is the lens. The lens is the clear part behind the pupil. It works like a magnifying glass, bending light and focusing it to make a clear picture. And this part is the retina, the back part of the eye. Your eye's job is to detect patterns of light. They then work with your brain to turn those patterns into images. Light rays bounce off objects that you look at. Let's say you're looking at this pen. Light reflects off the pen to your eye. Then the light enters through the outer part of your eye, the cornea. And then the light passes through the pupil, widening or narrowing depending on the amount of light, and then hits the lens, focusing so you can see the pen clearly. All of this happens automatically and projects the light on the back of your eye. The retina. The retina is sensitive to light, and when it detects light, it turns them into electrical signals, sending the image to your brain. Fun fact, the retina receives images upside down, but your brain flips them automatically, so you're able to see what's in front of you. Next time you're out and about, ask your child to notice how their pupils change in the sunlight and the shade. This reminds them how the pupil gets bigger in the dark and smaller in the light. Don't forget, if you have any concerns about your child's vision or think they may need an eye test, contact your local optician.